What's up, everybody? This is Peter Wesley, and I want to welcome you guys to a very special Royal Rumble edition of Rope Break. And I am here with.
I'm elderly and I'm pissed, and I'm Alex.
I just wanted to hear you say that. We have a very special Middle Eastern Saudi Arabian edition. I want to say Arabian Nights edition of Royal Rumble this Saturday. I am excited, even though I'm not a fan of the time difference because when nights like Royal Rumble, I like to order some pizza or get some chicken or something. It'll be breakfast time while this is going on, so I probably won't be doing no pizza. But
It'd be like 2:00, so you can get some
will it
lunch.
be?
Be about to.
I'm gonna do some lunch. Had some Joellas on my mind, so I might give me some Joellas while I watch
Still getting some chicken.
all my favorite guys lose.
My son will be pissed because he'll be like, "Damn, this wrestling's on another all-dayer event. Damn it." Because
You're not a wrestling fan?
No. He enjoys going because it's different. It's a different environment. If anybody has ever went, I know you know. Hell, we were planning just a year ago. We were planning to go into the Rumble because we went. Obviously, I have on my Rumble apparel.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we were just talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Hello, Shaheed.
Whoa.
What's going on, brother?
Well, the screen is very black.
What?
To black like it's so.
Yes. But we're talking about Royal Rumble. Last year it was in Indianapolis. This year it's in Saudi Arabia. Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Anybody want to talk about how quick it took them to build the arena?
Some Mexicans
there. Niggas ain't
going.
Well, I think they actually are more safe now than oh my God, I don't want to say nobody is unsafe in Saudi Arabia. I apologize to the prince. But what I'm saying is I think this special arena that they got made is made for tourists and stuff. Isn't like the usual stadium that they have. So this is all geared to like a tourism experience.
They don't want them dirty Americans and foreigners in their normal venues.
Got hotels. You can do whatever you want. Why would you want to leave this?
Yeah, like I think that's the idea. It's like, don't you like it here? This is great. This isn't what you thought it was. This is almost like your American lifestyle, even better. I think that's what it's propaganda, I guess.
Russians did
the photos and videos, it looked beautiful.
Russians had some
Russia
comedy blocks. Well, if you go, not Russia, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
North Korea. If you go to the North Korean border, you see all these big hotels. Huh? What's up?
Oh, no, I was gonna say the thing about Russia is you can have the coolest and nicest commercial. It's too cold. I'm not going regardless. It's
not
too cold in
North Korea. North Korea, they make it look like it's really nice if you go to the border. Once you pass the border, it's a wasteland.
You remember that movie about North Korea?
Yeah.
With, oh my God, why can't I think of their names? The comedy movie came out a couple years ago.
Yeah, they got banned.
From same guys do like Pineapple Express, Super Bad and all that stuff. I don't know why I can't think of nobody's name.
Because both of them niggas got canceled.
No. Just one of them got canceled. Just one of them, and that's the dude that played. Why can't I think his name? I guess I can't think of his name because he is canceled. He isn't doing anything.
It's not important. That's what I'm saying. It's not important.
My point is, the movie has done irreparable damage to me about ever even considering taking a rest stop in North Korea.
Well, as far as my Rumble predictions,
we would. That's what we were going to get to. We only got three.
You can't hijack our podcast and then just tell us how to dictate the show.
Our podcast.
Anyway, we only got 3 matches. So
what the fuck you mean your podcast, nigga? Who are you?
You are barely here. You don't even show your face.
I don't.
The people don't even know what you look like.
Hey, nigga, I don't know who the fuck the owner is.
When I put your face on her.
I don't know who the owner of
The algorithm doesn't even like you because you are a black dot.
A black dot? That's racist.
Put an AI Shaheed over.
That's racist.
I'm going to have to put an AI Shaheed over here.
Not in a racial way. I'm talking about the algorithm sees you as a glitch.
Now you trying to fucking fix it now.
We are all black, so no. That doesn't even apply. We are all black, so no.
No.
If there's any white females that want to be on the podcast, please let us know.
My Lord, this nigga cucking. Oh my God. Anyways, back to what I was saying about my podcast. I think that the Royal Rumble is going to end with a surprise win.
Again, like last year? No,
that wasn't a surprise.
No, it better not. No, Jey Uso. What
It was a huge surprise.
No one. No, we had a prediction podcast last year. Nobody predicted Jey Uso. Not a one of us. So no, it was a surprise. It was a surprise in that building.
I'm about to say, being in the arena, it was a huge surprise.
Oh my God, he had to say the fact that he was there. We all know you were fucking there. We all know you were fucking there. Anyway, listen, I don't agree with that shit. I think we're gonna get a surprise this year. I saw that jacket too.
No, so let's talk about it. We only got 3 matches. Do
we? We only got 3?
No, 4 matches. 2 Rumble matches and a title match and the AJ Styles and Gunther match. So 4 matches.
Damn, man. Okay.
So let's get to it. We know we're gonna start with the Women's Rumble. Who do y'all got?
Tiffy.
I personally don't. Okay. I'm gonna play it safe and go with Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan winning the Women's Royal Rumble. All right, I got you. Shaw, who you got?
Tiffy.
He said Tiffy.
Tiffany Stratton. Oh God. I'm gonna say this. Tiffany times needs to be done. I want her to win like a mid-card title, like a Wrestle Julia, sweetie. I'm saying this. I believe there's going to be 3. This is my 3. We're going to have Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and the winner's going to be Bianca Belair. But that's the last 3. I think we're going to have a WrestleMania rematch from the girl that didn't come out alive at all is going to win this time.
So that is a cool pick because Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill is a match people wanted since even before she was signed. So that's a good WrestleMania match. So yeah, I'm cool with that.
It's either her. I think it's her or it's Rhea because there's no other reason. I believe Rhea is going to win the Rhea or Io is going to win the Elimination Chamber. But I think it's time for Bianca to be the Royal Rumble.
They can't have him walk into Mania with this reign.
I'm tired of Riho or whatever they want to call themselves.
Don't like the name at all.
I feel like it's a shot at Rio, the girl, the wrestler. You know,
you think so?
I feel like it is.
What about the men's Royal Rumble? Who you got?
Well, we're not there yet. But the next match is AJ Styles and Gunther.
AJ Styles and Gunther.
And like I said, the men's Royal Rumble. Who you got?
See, Shinsuke had already spoiled things. What thing you had said, I want to say last week, was that you wanted to see AJ Styles in the TNA locker room. AJ on Monday Night Raw had mentioned about, locker rooms. What did he say? Across the world or something like that?
Across the world.
And then just today, I don't know if anybody's noticed, apparently there's rumors going around that AJ Styles has registered trademarks for his yeah. So it looks like we may not be having a retirement, but an end to his contract and then him to just go and do whatever he wants. But my whole thing about that is I really thought AJ wanted to, like, when he's done with his WWE contract, just to be done.
That's what I thought too. But I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to burn that bridge with the WWE.
I think he seemed to be a WWE guy. Yeah, like so that all that kind of confuses me. But I guess we'll see. We'll see.
To him, it could just be going to TNA and Noah. That's a working relationship with WWE. That's not burning any bridges.
Okay. But he wouldn't need to finish his contract with WWE to do that.
He could change his contract with WWE to where he's just like a coach, a trainer, and an ambassador. But you can still go wrestle.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
But I believe a dominant win, a tap-out win by Gunther, powerbomb his ass, choke him out, get to packing phenomenally. Goodbye.
Oh, my God. AJ's my guy. I hate to hear this, man. I hate to hear it like this. Cena went out.
Where'd you go? He disappeared.
I know. After that, we have. Let's get in. You want to go with the men's? Which one you want to go with next? The WWE Championship or the men's World?
We can Championship. Let's do it. The Sami Zayn Muslim Power versus.
So here's my thing. If this is the main event, Sami Zayn for sure. I don't want to see this. Here's the thing about Royal Rumble. Back in the years past, if you was number one contender for the WWE Championship around Royal Rumble, it was like a horrible sign for you because this was like a quick filler match to get you out the way and then help set up WrestleMania without you in the picture. My guy Dolph's been in there a couple times.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I remember like when looking like if you number one contender for the title at Royal Rumble, it was just usually a bad sign for you because you was about to get lost in the shuffle when it came to Mania. Because a few times before, I guess before recent years in PG era, if you was contending for the match at the Royal Rumble, you wasn't even in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So like now you lost out of two things. You lost your title shot, and then you lost your chance to beat and get another title shot. You just done, man. You done.
You're screwed. You're going home unhappy twice.
And so so for Sammy, I don't really do. They've been investing into him, but not like forced. They've been. They gave him the U.S. title. Had him. Do the Open Challenge. Was actually an exciting Open Challenge. He's been having little teases at trying to get the gold. Fans have turned on him. At one point, everyone wanted him to be champion. Now they call him Sammy Hogan. But now,
work for
man,
him, brother.
Now I really do. I have the part of me that just wants to see him win it, man. I do want to see him win it. And I feel like maybe this might be too short of notice, but also it's like, oh, we are in Saudi Arabia. So I could see it happen, but if it doesn't happen, I would like to see him do the chase and go to Mania. But only time will tell. How you feeling?
I feel like if we do the chase and go to Mania, it's gonna be a year. Because then Mania is going to be in Saudi Arabia next year.
Triple H is the type that would do this. Remember when like Vince
Cody chased it for another year.
Yeah,
he lost to Roman.
Remember when Vince had Lex Luger come out with the belt just to see how fans responded?
Test run.
What if they do like a false finish and and Sammy's holding the belt and then like they restart the match or something goofy and then like Triple H is backstage like I like to look at that. Let's think about it next year.
I'm probably going to be wrong just on this, but I truly feel that we're going to get a good old match over. It's going to be a screw job. I think Sammy's going to win the title. I think Sammy's going to win, but it's going to be because Jacob and Cody screwed Drew.
Yeah.
They screwed Drew. And when they screw Drew, that sets up for maybe a rematch later on, maybe a fatal four-way match with who I feel is going to win the Royal Rumble.
I think that's almost enough guys to stick in the Elimination Chamber.
Exactly. But remember, the Elimination Chambers are only for whoever doesn't win the Royal Rumble, whatever title they don't pick.
Right. And also I do want to say is, even though Cody is my guy, and I had no interest in Drew winning the title, at the same time, don't want Drew to get a super short reign. And I do think he has earned and deserves the WWE Championship. I'm not a Drew McIntyre fan. No disrespect to him or anything like that. But I will say, I have to admit, during the pandemic, he carried the company very strongly. He had a good babyface run in a time where babyface champs are not loved. We had Roman and John Cena, and they was not getting that babyface love. I will say Drew was. And I like Drew's run as WWE champion. I'm not even gonna lie to you, and I'm not even a big fan. I did like it. I thought he was cool as a babyface champion. So I do think he earned the title, and I don't want to just see it, him having it for a few weeks. But the thought of Sami Zayn beating him for it, not gonna lie, it's exciting. I like it. So either way, I'm just hoping for a good match between the two of them. I'll say that.
When Sammy wins, if Sammy wins.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. But if Sammy goes over, the only people that are going to cheer are going to be people in Saudi Arabia. I believe when he comes back to the States, he's going to get booed.
Well, one thing about Sami Zayn, man, him and Kevin Owens, man, they look too sloppy out there, man. Sammy needs to get a haircut. Maybe they just come out like homeless. They just woke up out of the bed. And, yeah, man. It's not like, oh, it's just how he is. NXT Sammy had the clean cut. Yeah. He knows how to look nice. He knows how to look good. What are you doing?
I'm going to say this, and this is what is normally every Muslim that I know. They like, oh, we love Sammy, but he looks homeless.
Got too much money to be looking like this, man. Get a haircut.
I mean, it's
and that's just a minor thing. Like I said, I don't know beef with Sami Zayn, man. I don't want to smoke with Sammy. I don't want to just happen to be the one TikTok he sees, and now he's got beef with me. I don't.
I'm not saying that. I'm pretty sure his mom was probably like, "You can keep the beard, but cut the hair."
Yeah. No, I don't have a problem with the beard. It's the hair just looks like just trim it. Like you don't have to cut it off. Just trim it. Just make it look neat, man.
Sean said he's having technical difficulties. They said the app kicked him off.
Okay.
But we will fix those difficulties in the future. I promise you that, sir. But I don't know. I think it's going to be some tomfoolery with Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes. And
I mean, he did for whatever reason, get involved with Cody and Jacob's match. Which if I'm the
they didn't
heel
even have a match.
champion,
They just fought each other randomly.
right, they just
it wasn't even a
fought.
match. It was a brawl.
If I'm the heel champion, I wouldn't even get involved. I let them tear each other apart and just, watch from the sideline. But for whatever reason, they wasn't tearing each other apart and good enough for him. So he had to get involved. So,
yeah,
now he just put a target on his back. So that was a dumb decision.
That was absolutely trash. Absolutely trash.
That now leads us to the main event. The match that everybody comes to see, the Royal Rumble, man. Before we get to the winner, I do want to ask, do you got any, you think, like, surprise veteran, legend appearances in the Rumble? Do you think we'll get anything?
Jericho. Soon as he Jericho.
No, I really wasn't even just him. Anybody, really. But yeah, I know everybody's talking about Jericho. I wouldn't mind him coming. I know in our group chats, I'm very critical of Chris Jericho, and it's crazy. On an all-time list, he is one of my favorites. I've seen him in AEW.
He's outlived his usefulness.
To it, man. I'm not an ageist. I'm not. So it's not about his age or anything, but I do feel like it's just
overexposure.
It's time to hang it up, man.
I can see that. I can definitely see overexposure.
And then we've seen everyone turn on this guy. And then it's funny, like the magic of WWE needs to be studied, because now, like, the thought of, oh man, Chris Jericho and WWE, I can't wait. And people, was expecting him to be at the Stranger Things episode, and all these things, and it's like, all right, just throwing the coat of WWE over a person, like, it just changes the whole idea of him. Which I guess it did for Jade. When they announced Jade being signed, I ain't never heard anyone say anything positive about Jade Cargill in a long time. And then today, now she's with WWE, and instantly she's a star. We all love her now. I thought you guys didn't even watch AEW. Like, it's.
I think people looked at her and it's like, oh, she's hot. I'd love to see her in WWE. She wrestles. There's so many people that I know personally that don't watch anything that has to do with anything other than WWE. Like, that's wrestling for them. That's all of wrestling. That's anything. Everything else is an indie promotion. No matter how much money they have, or if they have a TV deal or anything, everything is an indie promotion. I used to work with a guy who told me, I was like, hey, you watch AEW? Oh no, I don't watch those indie promotions. I was like, what do you mean? Didn't you watch USWA when Memphis was showing weekly? He's like, yeah, but that was different. I grew up with Memphis, And
I get that.
He's like, I grew up with Memphis. I went to Louisville Gardens. I saw the shows. Memphis was my home wrestling, and all the other people that came from WWE, they would come down and they would wrestle in Memphis, because Memphis was the only territory left by that time, right? And I was like, yeah, that's true. But if you like WWE in the 2000s, there's a lot of their guys there. If you watched NXT, which you didn't watch NXT either, you only watched the main roster, WWE, Raw and SmackDown, nothing else. And there's a lot of people, come to find out, since social media, and I've talked about wrestling since the podcast and everything, and I've talked about it, there's a lot of people that only watch WWE, which to me is crazy. If I enjoy wrestling, I enjoy wrestling, the whole broad spectrum of wrestling, right?
Yeah.
OVW, NWA, WOW, AEW, doesn't matter to me. But so I feel like some people feel like Chris Jericho just has been doing indie stuff in their eyes. Well, he's just been doing indie stuff in Fozzy. I can't wait till he comes back to WWE and do a good retirement tour. Do I want to see Jericho? Yeah, because as long as it's goodbye.
If it's retirement tour, sure.
But if it's not goodbye, no, I don't want to see Jericho at all. Go back to AEW. Ruin Big Bill's life.
I want to see him. What I really want to see. I want to see him guest star his wife on his podcast. I want to see her on camera. I want to see what she talks about in real life, because I've seen her Twitter. So I want to know. I want to see her how she acts in real life. If it matches those tweets, then it's going to be an entertainment episode. I want it.
I want to see him and his wife have an interview with Undertaker and Michelle.
Oh, that's even better. Live.
Live. Yes. That will be such a.
Because WWE have to edit half of that stuff out. But
I said they're going to. No. It's going to have to be on Talk is Jericho. It can't be on 6 Feet Under, because they'll be WWE be canceled. It's like, oh no, they already canceled. So canceled that they can't come back. Like, oh no. No, not at all. That'll be horrible. That'll be horrible for business. That's not best for business at all.
No.
But I think but when it comes to surprises, as you asked, I think the only surprise we're going to get, I think we're going to get a lot of NXT people, more so than anything else. I think we're going to get Oba, but that's not even a surprise.
You don't miss when, like, some random, like, the Godfather shows up. Like, you don't miss those little moments.
I miss them. I do miss them. I would love to hear some music. I would love to hear D'Lo Brown. You're looking at the real deal now. Shake his head. I would love to hear that.
I feel like we are at that era where Attitude Era guys can come out and be, like those 90s guys that would come out and make an appearance, like, and Hacksaw.
What Attitude Era guys? What Attitude Era guys?
Val Venus came to my mind, but no, not him.
Godfather. I mean Stevie. I mean, but if we look at the Attitude Era guys,
Richards, yes, throw out Stevie. Have him out there as his right to censor Stevie. Steven Richards come out.
I think we might see. I think we might see.
Maven?
No, Godfather.
No.
Maven's not in shape. Maven will tell you Maven's not in shape.
He just needs he can wear a shirt and some sweatpants and just go out there and do his.
Just as long as he can have
him
music.
Come out, and his little music, and then maybe have like a guy acting like they're filming the YouTube show, and then he goes in, a bump or two, throw him out.
The only guys I think that are physically able from the Attitude Era to still come in and go do a run would be like Sean Waltman. He could do it. I would love to hear X-Pac and then him come out. That would be nice.
Everybody would go crazy for X-Pac.
If there were Americans there, yeah. Anyway, there will be because I feel like there's going to be celebrities. Just like there were celebrities when we were there. 2K is going to be there because that's when they do all their big reveals is Royal Rumble weekend, right? So there's going to be Americans there and YouTubers and stuff. They'll pay for some of them. They might not pay for your... There's going to be some. I feel like there's going to be some bad things that are going to happen for these people that are not really with WWE, but kind of the press that they give the special pass to. They're going to do some stuff, and they're going to die. They're going to be unalive there. I'm sorry, but that's I just think because the wrestlers understand what to do. They've been briefed. Hey, don't do this. Don't do that. Put your clothes on. Don't be naked. Better not see your belly. Are you gone? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's gonna be some people that don't understand the etiquette, and walking around and doing American stuff on a foreign land, and the next thing you know,
well, now that you brought that up, Audi's good for requesting past legends and stuff. They got to be a couple guys. Got to be a couple.
I only see like X-Pac. I really feel like there's only two people, and it's like X-Pac and Billy Gunn. Like that's nobody else from the Attitude Era.
That's good enough for me. They might throw Road Dogg out there.
We seen too much of him in Unreal. We don't need to see him no more.
I can't call him Road Dogg anymore. He's Jesse James.
We just gonna call him Brian. Call him his government name. Brian, not even Brian Armstrong. Brian James. Brian James.
Can you imagine though? Like you could you imagine like losing your job and then seeing your friend talk about it, and it's like, man, I miss him, but it made sense. I was like, what?
Yeah, it sucked, but hey, it's best for business. He's too old. You're too old.
Friends no more.
You're actually, too old.
We're not friends, and matter of fact, when you get off, we're fighting in the parking lot.
Well, we damn well know he couldn't win that fight. Ron would have beat the dog crap out that man. He can barely walk. What he gonna do? He gonna waddle away? Him and Paul Heyman have the same body type. Round.
If my partner is Billy Gunn, I'm getting some advice. I'm getting in shape. I'm something.
But I think first of all, I think Road Dogg's on the gear. I'm just gonna put it out there.
But Billy's like he does what he does, but he knows about fitness. He knows about nutrition. He knows.
Billy dedicates his life to still look like Billy Gunn.
Yeah.
Cute Kip still wants to look cute. He's out there hanging out with Mike O'Hearn, but so is Paul White. Him and the Big Show, they both go to Gold's Venice and they work out together.
Speaking of Big Show, what may be one of my favorite Christmas movies, Jingle All the Way. And it's been a minute since I've seen it. And I don't know why I either forgot or just didn't catch, but Paul White's in there.
Yeah. He's also in the Thong Song remix.
Is it?
The music video.
I think I somewhat remember that. I think I do. It's been a long, long time since I've seen that video, but yes.
He's crazy. Big Show was was hella popular back in the day.
Yeah.
I think people enjoyed being around Paul White, but I've never heard anybody say anything bad about him. Like as a person, he's one of the guys.
In WCW, he had a level of coolness that didn't fully transfer to WWE.
Oh yes, and the Giant over Big Show all day. Giant over Big Show. The Giant was booked better than the Giant beat my favorite wrestler, been probably the best booked wrestler in history of his entire career, Hulk Hogan. On the first night, chokeslam, pin, it's over.
Yeah, but there's also times where Hogan made him look like a nobody.
Oh, yes, of course, but yes, Hogan. Hollywood gonna get his. After he turned to Hollywood, he got his lick back a lot. He would get his lick back all the time.
But then there was also when he put him in NWO, and I think one of my favorite Giant moments is when him and Hogan was on the commentary table.
Yeah.
I that was one of those moments where he just looked so cool. Like also the moment where he was like smoking cigarettes, but I mean,
just walking out smoking with the Hollywood bandana on. That was when everybody in the NWO was kind of just. He was smoking, Hall was drinking. It was a horrible time. They didn't even seem cool to me. I'm like, man, everybody got habits. They need to stop.
He was back there stressed.
The sad thing is the person that was the most drunk was Hogan, and he never walked outside with it. Never walked out, never walked through the curtain with the beer. You smelled it on his breath, but who was that close, brother? Other than Bischoff, who probably poured the beer down his throat. I got you, Bischoff? Hollywood. Hey, Bischoff might have been the boss, but he was Hogan's boy before he was the boss. I think the aura of being around Hulk Hogan and being cool with Hulk Hogan, I think meant and still means a lot to Eric Bischoff.
And I guess over time, Hogan felt, I guess, similar, as far as a friend to Eric. So I mean, it worked out for him, I guess.
I mean, Hogan signed over his authorities, his money to Eric. But
did not know that.
At one point, when he went around the time when he was divorced with Linda, the only person that handled all his finances was Eric. He didn't handle nothing. So, I mean, he loved Eric Bischoff. That was his friend.
That's what's up.
But yeah, I mean, so when it comes to legends, I only see two. First of all, I think a lot of people don't want to go to Saudi Arabia.
But there's a nice check.
There's a check, but I do feel like maybe we might get Karrion Kross and Saraya coming back.
Like Paige
at the Rumble. Yeah, Paige.
Okay. You see that clip of her? She was with some chick. I think it was an actress. I don't remember her name. And they were talking, and she was like, and when you Google her, and when she said, when you Google her, Paige makes a face at the camera. And like, when you Google her, you can see some of the, intense physical things in wrestling she does. Like I don't know if she was tongue-in-cheek doing that on purpose, but she did say, I don't know. But it was funny. It was, especially when like Paige looked directly at the camera when she said it. Like,
poor Paige. Yeah. I feel that's untapped potential. She proves she can go. I don't want to see her wrestle every week, but I feel like we're going to get her. We're going to get some maybe Nikki, maybe Brie, maybe some Brie mode coming back.
I feel like, and that's a weird thing, like how the way you leave can make people nostalgic about it, because and to people, this might be an unpopular opinion. I don't care. But the way people feel about, oh God, what is her name? What's CM Punk's wife's name?
AJ Lee.
The way people feel about AJ Lee at the time is how I felt about Paige when she was Paige wrestling. Like I thought she was that. AJ Lee was cool, and I know people people speak of her as with the word legend thrown around and stuff. But most of the time she was there, she was like a ballet type person. She had a weird stint as general manager. She wrestled for a year on the main roster. Come on, man. No disrespect. I don't have no beef with her run, but I just, when you throw out this, people scream for all the time, and I get it, but
with AJ, let me tell you, this is where I honestly think this is what got her over. And I'm going to call this the AJ Lee effect, and it was the presentation. Not the in-ring stuff, it's the presentation. The theme song, the little light it up, that she's skipping, the outfit. The same way that Kip Wilson is over. Because ain't nothing really changed about Kip Wilson until he got that new theme song. and he started doing this. That was it. Nothing else changed about that man. He's been talking about toxic masculinity his whole time he's been there.
I've always liked Pretty Deadly, man. I thought they was cool in NXT. I thought them as a team in NXT. I was like, man, this is something the main roster needs, a real actual tag team. Yes. And then as soon as they came, they didn't get the vignettes or nothing. I was like, they just got tossed on there. And I was like, all right, whatever. And they did have like a semi tag division, not semi. They had an actual tag division going on SmackDown at the time. So I was like, all right, I get it, but that should have presented them a little better. And then they got tossed as Naya's sidekicks, which would have been cool if they was all treated as equals. Like she just bullied them. It was like, all right.
It was. You got pressured by a big Samoan woman to be.
Yeah, they could have. They could have took her out easily, man. I'm not buying it.
I think if they would have turned babyface with Tiffany, I think that would have been the pop-off point for the group.
Yeah, that could have been. That could have been.
They could have been Tiffany's entourage. They could have been what Eminem was for Melina.
Okay.
Just come out and just point to Tiffy. Tiffy comes in. Tiffy does the thing. Obviously, they're still a tag team, but Tiffany's the star. I think they would have got them over, but now Kit is over, even though he's clearly a heel because he's wrestling Matt Cardona. Like that's who he's in a feud with.
Yeah.
So that's just an odd dynamic. But back to the thing, I feel like AJ Lee is over because of the song, the music, and the presentation, not because she contributed a hell of a lot to the Divas era. Because if that's the case, her and Michelle are probably equal. Michelle
had a stronger and longer run than AJ Lee, and nobody loves Michelle McCool. Think about that.
That's
I'm
true.
gonna say something unpopular. You can clip this for the podcast on our social medias. Don't care. As much as everyone loves AJ Lee and they speak so highly of her, a pipe bomb program, her pipe bomb promo attempt, it was weak.
So you feel it wasn't as impactful as it's nothing as impactful as CM Punk's. Let's be honest.
No, I'm not going to compare it to that. But she just took the cheap shot. I think was it on Nikki about her with John?
Yes, it was about Nikki and Cena.
Man,
I mean, CM Punk went a little.
It was a poor cheap shot, man. CM Punk did do some because he talked about Dwayne and Cena kissing Vince's ass. Yeah. He did do that, and then he talked about Triple H and his wife. He did, but. He added some cheap shots, but he still made it it all feel like legitimate gripes he had, and he made it about him being fed up with the company. Hers is just more like, I'm better than you, and your ass kisser, you slept your way here. Like,
that's true.
It was a more personal insult. Punk threw out personal insults, but it wasn't like, it was just something he just let fly off. Like even if that stuff wasn't on his mind at the time, he was still fed up with the company. That was the thing about it.
That's true. But you also have to look with CM Punk. He was a long-standing rebel. If we go to Ring of Honor, he was a rebel there. He was in TNA. Like he had a plethora of indie stuff before he got to the WWE.
Yeah,
she had a small run on the indies and a little bit of NXT, and then she went to WWE.
I think about CM Punk, I think there is and this is even myself, I think a lot of people, including myself, have maybe misunderstood or misunderstood about CM Punk. Like a lot of people seen him as this young guy, this young rebel. And I guess in a sense for the people in WWE, he was. But I think AEW showed what he really was. He was trying to be that like enforcer, that locker room leader guy where he was. And so he wasn't like how we thought, like he was that face of like, he was the indies, but he was not like your Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, where he was trying to bring that everywhere. He was trying to bring order and seriousness in the locker room with him being the guy running it. That's what he wanted. And that even goes back to Ring of Honor with Kevin Owens, the whole thing about wearing the shirt and the singlet and all that stuff. And then he got to AEW. Everybody welcomes him with open arms, but he's like, this is a circus. And somebody needs to bring order here. It's going to be me.
And that's the reason. But I look at him, that's the reason that a person like Jim Cornette wouldn't have worked out in AEW. same reason that CM Punk wouldn't have worked out.
It's just funny because people like that usually don't get along, but Jim Cornette loves him some CM Punk.
Loves CM Punk. But he loves CM Punk, but CM Punk.
But they didn't work together though.
They did in OVW. Not long, not a lot.
Not long.
Not long, but they did.
Yeah, and he did. He met. He was hyped to work with Jim Cornette.
He was
hyped.
And then
like a couple weeks
Jim was gone. Jim was gone. Yeah, it's like, Jim, you got to go,
He said
but
Jim
also,
called him too.
Yeah, and I mean, they probably had lunch. I mean, he was in Louisville. He lives in Louisville. There you go. They probably had lunch, breakfast, hung out, talked shit about the back, the people that still work there. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just how it goes. But with them, with CM Punk, you're right. CM Punk wants order. CM Punk wanted to be the locker room leader. He couldn't do it in the WWE due to the simple fact that there were still people there.
Yeah, there was still there were dinosaurs in his way.
The Undertaker was still wrestling. If the Undertaker's still wrestling, he's the locker room leader.
The way he talks in like podcasts and stuff, it seemed like him and like he didn't say it a lot, but he did hint at him and Taker at Clash. He definitely mentioned about him and Triple H Clash. So it presented his way as he is this young guy that's trying to bring in this new movement and this new energy into wrestling. And yes, but really it was, I want to do what you niggas is doing, and I don't want you to be doing it to me.
Yeah, I want to be on the same level as you guys.
Yeah, like it was. And so he got to AEW and he did the same thing. And they were like, no, dude, this is a free-for-all.
We ain't got no leaders. We don't have leaders here. We do. This is indies on this is big time indie wrestling, baby. You know what's up. You better act like this is Ring of Honor in 2000 and 2003, because that's what this is. This is.
They didn't know that Punk was over there causing, doing the same stuff in Ring of Honor.
Yeah,
they wasn't around.
I mean, some of them were.
Some of them.
Samoa Joe
but see, those dudes was already used
Bryan
to
Danielson. I mean, to them it was what it was, and they're on equal footing because they've been wrestling the same amount of time.
Remember, Samoa Joe's the one that got that match back on and was trying to break up the fight and all that stuff.
I mean, Samoa Joe took care of the kids, and I think the kids, even though they're all grown men, but when they understand, I mean, they're like my age and older, but not Swerve and Hangman, but some of the others,
the Bucks.
But I think. The Bucks are old. They ain't young. They just
old
Bucks.
Kids.
The young stallions. That's what they need to cut. The old stallions need to put themselves out of the pasture. Eventually, they need to go to. But there's a lot of old people there. Edge, Christian. There's some old people in AEW now. Ciampa. Shout out to Tommaso Ciampa for making the jump, but he ain't no young man no more either. His beard lets you know he's not a young anymore. But no. I just feel like AEW, I'm going to say this. AEW TV's has a direction. I feel like it has a direction. I watched the past few shows. I love the Andrade versus Swerve match. And Andrade went over. That was shocking to me. I was like, oh, Andrade's losing this. And Andrade won. The shows have been good. They've been smooth. They have a direction.
Think about Andrade giving his phone number out.
Hey, live the gimmick, man. You single now. It didn't work out with you and Charlotte Flair. Woo, Tiffany made sure everybody knew that on national television. Yeah. It didn't work out, but you left, went back to AEW, and you're killing it. Hey, I don't think he's gonna beat MJF and get a title run or anything like that anytime soon. But when he does, it'll be well deserved.
It would be nice for it to happen, though. Well, I would like to see him, like you say, like AEW. I'll say this, like how we say the AEW is big league, it's like indies. I think some of those things, like everybody doesn't need a year title run. Like it'd be cool for like somebody like Andrade or I'm trying to think, who's that guy? He's a luchador. Oh my god, what is that dude's name? He's really good. I think he might have had a feud with MJF for a minute.
Oh, Bandito.
Yes. I would like to see him, even if it's just a month or two. I'd like to see him with the title.
I mean, we could get Bandito, Brody King. I mean, you could
Yes, a Brody King. Which shout out to him. He's got a cool Abolish Ice shirt out that's I've ordered me one. I'm waiting on it to get delivered.
Well, I can't wait to see you. Hopefully you'll wear it on the podcast, brother.
Oh, most definitely.
I think AEW could do a more fast-paced championship runs and everything, but I think WWE is heading towards that. That's the reason I said I think Drew's Drew's going to be known as the guy that can't carry a title too long.
I don't like that, but
I think as long as he's heel, he's the female version of Sasha Banks in the WWE. He's going to be the female version of Sasha.
That didn't hold a title that long either. He just had it multiple times, but
that's true.
He usually didn't keep it long.
I mean, Cena didn't really keep it long. His longest title reign was a little bit over a year. After that, it was just bad.
Yeah, he had that super long. It felt like an eternity. Was it 07, I think, maybe?
Yeah.
And then he had I think he got it back and had it not just as long, but almost. It was like a good
almost, yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, oh my God, this guy's gonna be champion forever. Get him out of here.
But he didn't have long reigns.
No, not after that. No, he didn't.
But nobody in the Attitude Era had a long reign either, except Triple H, and that was because he was the overarching bad guy. That's why Triple H is giving himself his flowers now.
That was one of those things that made WWF pay-per-views exciting, because just being a champion, it was not a guarantee you was gonna have it forever. Like you had because you had the next pay-per-view, and your next pay-per-view you was going against The Rock, Taker, or
Mankind,
Austin. Yeah, like and it was all credible people. And then for whatever reason, while you feuding with this guy, Vince McMahon, and whatever posse he has at the given moment, it's
corporation.
It's
there he is. Yeah, it was definitely it was a stressful time to be champion. Which I felt like we got a small part of that when Cody with The Rock, because it was a stressful time because The Rock is the overarching bad guy this time. You know, most of the time he was there because he was there with with the corporation, but he was never the overarching bad guy. But this time, this is chairman of the board, the final boss, The Rock. So it was. I felt a little bit of that excitement. I never got the one thing I did wrong.
He was playing like acting class with Final Boss. Like, I got this cool character that fits in wrestling, and I'm gonna test it out before I go and do my next movie.
And it worked. It worked. I'm pretty sure he's going to be at Saudi WrestleMania next year and giving Roman The Rock.
Yeah. He's already dodging questions about it. I say give people what they want. Get in shape. Do that match for Roman. Go for it.
I mean, I don't by get in shape, I hope you don't mean 280-pound Rock like he was.
Not necessarily. Just ring shape. Yeah. No, not necessarily.
Like 250. He can be 250.
How's he look now? Because every time I've seen him, he's like sitting down. So I haven't really,
He's still he's not. I feel like he's not as small, but he's still small. Like he's not.
Yeah.
He's not. He still has the thinner face. I think he's still in the
last interview I seen at him. The face was showing the age. I will say that. And I don't want to say that disrespectful, because if we lucky enough, we all gonna be there. So I don't want to speak ill of getting older. It's a good thing. But it's just like you used to seeing, you used to seeing The Rock being jacked. That's all. That's what I was trying to say.
A fuller Rock.
Yeah.
When you get old and you get thinner in the face, it shows. The age shows. That's just how that is. But I don't see The Rock not being in shape for a WrestleMania, especially with his cousin.
Does he look similar to Rock shape when in his prime? Attitude Era.
I mean, he looks better than that. He looks better than Attitude Era because he's always going to be. He's going to be leaner than Attitude Era. Attitude Era Rock wasn't lean. You didn't see no abs.
It's a weird thing because that was a period where where Rock came back, he's super jacked, and I'm thinking, like, was he always like this? I had to go back and look.
No, I was shocked when I saw him. I was like, why did he? He's not even The Rock anymore. Like he's the Granite, because The Rock was just kind of he worked out. You knew it.
Right.
Austin was in better shape physically than The Rock. Austin had a better physique than The Rock. At that time, Triple H definitely had a way better physique than The Rock. Eventually Triple H became a body guy. That was his thing.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know if you ever saw that. Like Deborah said, Stone Cold was on steroids when he stomped the mud hole in him.
So I have years ago I've seen a clip of her talking about it, but I do know this week, for whatever reason, a video of her talking about it started going around. I didn't watch it. It wasn't a need for me to watch it, man. I know whatever she said was probably true, and I just don't need to revisit it. It's funny.
I always remember him going down the highway, driving, drinking in his truck, and giving the camera giving the helicopter the finger when he was running, when they were chasing him after he beat her that last time.
They had a helicopter chasing?
He was in the middle of nowhere. Remember, Austin always likes to live in the middle of nowhere. He was in the middle of nowhere, and he was driving down this like small highway, and he hurt that poor little woman, and she called the police, and they said professional wrestler Steve Williams, also known as Stone Cold Steve Austin, is driving down. He's just like, screw you guys, with the beer. He was drunk, obviously. Man. They caught him. He pulled over, but that didn't stop the Stone Cold Steve Austin character at all. Now that would have killed it. Like, Stone Cold's dead, but no, that took the character to let it keep on going. Granted, this was after he was just a general manager, but it still kept on going. So,
I mean, you let a guy go around call himself a bionic redneck. What do you expect?
Yeah. The bionic, and also having a Texan, a racist, if you ask Devon Dudley, and Maven and Bubba saying Stone Cold, Stone Cold, Stone Cold, Muddo stomped. The bionic redneck is the champion. Hell yeah! All that was.
I don't want to call JR racist, but I do remember there was a time he did an interview with like what's that Canadian sports network? Is it TSN?
Shoot, I know.
But yeah, they did an interview with Jim Ross, and they was, asking pretty much about the WCW guys, and they was like, are they being, treated, valued just as much as, the other guys? And they was asking about Booker T, and he's like, well, Booker T is doing great. He's he looks to be in line for the Intercontinental Championship. And it was like, what? What? So now with the Devon stuff, it brings me back to that interview. Comes back to mind because I remember the kid. I was like, man, it was just a WrestleMania. Like, why? What? Intercontinental Championship, and I don't even remember if he won it. I don't even think he ever won the Intercontinental Championship.
I don't think so. I don't recall. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. It's Jim Ross. Jim Ross, boy. Hey, he's a legend. He's still the voice of he's the voice of wrestling.
Yeah.
To me, more so than Michael Cole.
I don't care what they call Michael Cole. He ain't the voice of. No disrespect to Michael Cole, but he ain't never been the voice of WWE.
No, it was to me. It was either Vince McMahon, Gorilla Monsoon, Jesse Ventura. Not this latest Jesse stuff, but Jesse back in the day. He was always funny. Funny on purpose, not funny embarrassing. Because now he's funny and embarrassing. Stop it. We share political views. Stop it.
Yeah, he's used to it because he's used to saying, crazy conspiracy theory stuff and having people look at him sideways. So none of it's embarrassing.
I'm just saying. I mean, it shouldn't be. It's embarrassing to people that say Jesse Ventura was a good color commentator on professional wrestling, and now it's like, oh no, stop.
I mean, why is he going on? Why do you send this man out and tell him he can say whatever he wants?
How do you not know the rules to something that you called and you were in? He was in cage matches, and then you say you can't go out the door.
Part of me, I've seen people say, look at it both sides. Part of me is like, he is being a heel, so he could just be in character saying this. I don't know. But somebody did go back and pull out an old cage match and was like, Jesse knows it.
He said he knows it. He was there. The cage match of King of what was it? It was the Big Boss Man, Saturday Night's main event, Big Boss Man versus Hulk Hogan for the WWF Championship.
Yeah,
Boss Man went out through the door. Hogan went over the top, and he's like, and they both went out, and they said Hogan hit the floor before he did. Jesse was calling the match. He was calling it. He just
makes me wonder if he just was being in character and was saying that's just that's not a good way
to go over.
Yeah,
I guess.
I don't know.
We gonna let that go.
Whatever. Either way, I don't think WWE wanted him to say it.
Speaking of that, I am going to say this about the Royal Rumble. The people that are going to be in the Royal Rumble and the rosters in wrestling in general are so vastly different than what they were a year ago. We just mentioned Ciampa's not going to be in the Rumble because Ciampa doesn't work there any longer. We have Karrion Kross, who I said might be there, but he doesn't work there. It's a year later. He's not working there. And it's just going to. And Jordan Grace now is a full-time WWE employee. Last year when we saw her at the Rumble, She was a TNA girl making an appearance. Joe Hendry, I know he's probably not going to be in the Rumble because he was on NXT this past Tuesday, but he works there full time as well. Powerhouse Hobbs,
how long does the flight take to get there?
I don't know. It takes a few days. At least takes a day. He could be gone. He could be gone. He could have left. But I think he's also on those. He's scheduled for those NXT tours that we saw that the Street Profits are scheduled for as well. And so he's going to be on there too. And I know everybody's like, "Oh, the Street Profits are NXT guys." No, the Street Profits are working because those shows need some people. Because a lot of people from NXT are going to be there. We didn't see Sol Ruka. I'm pretty sure she's going to be in the Royal Rumble. We didn't see JC James. She's going to be in the Royal Rumble. That's reason I honestly think that this Royal Rumble is going to be similar to what we saw last year, where it wasn't really any surprises. It was just people, one or two surprises, which were Nikki. I can only remember Nikki Bella and Trish Stratus. That was the only surprises we really got. And Joe Hendry.
Nikki Lyons showed up there at the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. They turned the TV off.
Nikki going to be there. Nikki work her now. She got a full-time job. Nikita Lyons gonna Nikita. Oh, Nikita Lyons? Oh no, she.
Yeah.
She's not gonna even be called up anytime soon. Sorry, Faith Jeffries.
Saudi Arabia, she came out there with the original gear she used to wrestle in.
Oh, she going to jail.
Yeah. We turned the TV off and then
There's shots fired.
But who you got for the winner of the men's WWE Royal Rumble?
I believe that it's going to come down to Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, the final two, and then we're going to throw those ones up.
That'd be exciting, and that'd be similar to when you have Taker and Shawn Michaels.
Mm-hmm. They were last two, but I think it's going to be Cody and Roman. Roman is going over just because we can't have a main event of a WrestleMania without a Roman.
A buddy of mine said LA Knight's winning. I don't see it.
I think he's coming back. I don't see him winning.
I don't see him winning, but I was like, all right.
I don't see him winning.
It'd be a cool win, but it's not who I got.
Who do you got? Shaw said he has Damian Priest, by the way.
I didn't even think Shaw liked Damian Priest.
I think he does either.
I only want Damian Priest to win if he comes out in that damn Spider-Man suit.
Like he was on the plane.
I seen that picture of the plane and I was like, and the suit looked dirty. It was like how often do you wear this suit?
It probably got Lola Vice all over it.
Come out in the suit and I was like, fine, Damian, win it all, man. If you bold enough to come out in the suit, then go for it. I want to see him win it, but
he will be sued. They will be sued. You think Disney ain't gonna sue them? What? Disney's gonna sue them because Rey Mysterio wears something.
It's on ESPN, so it'll all work out.
Rey Mysterio can't even dress up as Mysterio.
Oh, right. But when he did do it, it was so dope.
I mean, all his stuff, his Spider-Man, his Wolverine,
his Joker,
all this stuff, his Captain America, like all this stuff was cool. I like.
Only thing that isn't cool is his regular gear where he has the pants and then it's designed to look like, I don't know, where it looks like it's supposed to be like some trunks type thing, but it ends up looking like he has a thong on or something.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Take it back, Ray, man.
I just want to see Ray Mysterio.
He does have some old WCW gear that looks similar, but I don't know. For whatever reason, this looks worse.
I want No Limit Soldier Ray Mysterio.
Oh, yeah. I feel like if you go back and see that, the No Limit Soldier, the Filthy Animal stuff, and you be like, man, this looks so much. This reminds me so much of Dom.
Oh, yeah, that just the way he talks, the way I feel like he has more
swagger
than Dom, but
a little, like, yes.
Like just naturally, he has more like. Even now, as Rey Mysterio has more swag than Dominic. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially as a heel with no mask, he can just be himself. You know, when he was running around with Tigress and Billy Kidman and Conan, it was a totally different vibe. Definitely a little bit cooler than the Judgment Day. But they were more.
But I like Judgment Day, man. I feel like they get a lot of hate, but I like Judgment Day, man. But no, they were not. He definitely was. Filthy Animals was definitely cooler than Judgment Day.
Even with Disco Inferno.
But the thing about Judgment Day is it was always this nonstop. There's a problem. Like they were never just happy being together as a team. It was always, oh man, we got to have all the belts or it's somebody's fault. And it was just like this nonstop. And then even when Damian won the World Heavyweight Championship, then he's still complaining. He's like, I don't need no help. You guys need to stop helping me. And it was just like, these people are never happy. Like I don't never, they got a clubhouse, they got all this stuff, but they always bickering back, and some the teams as schisms going on. Come on, man, I don't need all this.
It's man, it doesn't make too much sense to me. But now Finn isn't even in the Royal Rumble, so I mean,
oh yeah, yeah, that's why
I feel like he's gonna jump someone, and he's gonna be in it.
Somebody said spot. That. Yeah, and a friend of mine said that is he gonna do that? And that was right before he had attacked CM Punk. Oh, but that goes back to what I said earlier. Having the title shot at Royal Rumble is a bad sign. But look what he did. He attacked the champion around the Royal Rumble. Now he's got a reason for the champion to be mad and to focus on him. So I think he did a good thing. That was a nice move. He gave the man his flowers, gave him his respect, and now he's telling him, "I want your belt." I'm cool with it.
I can see it. I think we're gonna get maybe we'll get an impromptu match on Saturday. CM Punk versus Finn Balor.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I want. There's a part of me that feels like they have not forgot about when he wore that Pride shirt.
Oh, when he had the whole Pride Balor Club, he had a whole
line
of clothes.
He had a line of clothes, but he took a picture in one of them in Saudi Arabia, and he was like "Love from Saudi Arabia" or something like that. And then it was like right before they left. At least that's when he posted. And I was just like, man, part of me feels like they never forgot about that. And I was like, maybe you should.
If they can let CM Punk in, they'll let him in.
I guess so. CM Punk just told him there. He just said a random insult,
I was mad. I didn't mean it. Blood money covered penis.
Which is so funny. It was so funny.
You meant it, bro. It's okay.
Why you gotta apologize to him? He should apologize to the Miz. That's who he said it to.
I'm pretty sure ain't nobody talking to Mike like that. No one cares. He still probably respect
Mike. They did say, remember when he was still in AEW and he showed up at WWE?
Mm-hmm.
They said Miz was one of the people he did talk to. Maybe.
Yeah.
Which was crazy.
I mean, I think
when I was gonna say when he did his exit, right after he did his exit, he was supposed to him and Miz was supposed to come on this show on Comedy Central. It was this late night. It was the guy that did the Talking Dead show. They don't have it anymore, but it was a late night show on Comedy Central where it was like a trivia type thing, and there'd be comedians on there. But him and Miz was gonna be on there, and I was actually wanting to see that episode, and he quit, so he didn't get to show up.
He quit. I mean, I think CM Punk is a totally different type of deal when it comes. I think his offense is far worse than Finn wearing a geisha.
You think so?
Yeah. I
mean,
okay. Sonya Deville has wrestled in Saudi Arabia, and she's a carpet muncher.
All right, so she is gay, but Finn was promoting gay. That's different.
You can promote gay. You can't promote gay more than just being more than being gay. She is gay, so
And she Pat is, Patterson, but she's one
Pat Patterson's been to Saudi Arabia. How many men did he take there?
Oh God, they didn't know. They didn't know his rap sheet.
They knew. It was out by then. It wasn't a secret. It wasn't an industry secret anymore. Pat was taking him down.
He went to Saudi. All right, I guess it's all good then. No, it's all good.
Vince went to Saudi. Vince is probably going to be there. We know Vince has been involved.
Yeah, he's been to Saudi.
Some men.
He's been to Saudi. Oh God, I'm not gonna agree to that one.
Ultimate War.
Vince has been to Saudi recently.
Exactly. I mean, Vince is the reason they have a relationship with Saudi.
Yeah.
TKO, UFC, WWE, the boxing, all that stuff. Vince is the catalyst of all that stuff. Shout out to Vince McMahon, pooping on heads.
Oh, God.
Yeah, baby, poop on my head. Let John Laurinaitis go in me, too. You know what it's
like. Oh, yeah.
God damn it. Get in. But who do you got? Who do you have being the Royal Rumble winner?
Well, my pick is partially ineligible. They're not even official. It's just me hoping and wishing that he's actually healthy, and that's Seth Rollins. He's on Skyscraper Live on Netflix. He's been on ESPN this week. He's been doing a bunch of interviews with Becky Lynch. He's been walking around. He's been looking good. And so, but I have no idea. He recently did an interview on ESPN where they asked if he's going to be there. He said no, and they said, "Well, we'll see you at the Royal Rumble." I don't know. But that is, I don't know if that's more of a prediction or me as a fanboy wanting my guy to show up and win the Rumble, because I don't even see a road to WrestleMania afterwards. But that's what I'm going with.
Okay, but why wouldn't he be there? His wife's going to be there.
All right, so he'll be there. But I mean, I'm talking about hearing "Burn It Down" and him coming out. That's
him coming out. And
yeah.
If he does come, if he is healthy enough, I think he's going to screw over Braun Breaker. But the person I think is going to screw over Braun Breaker is going to be LA Knight. Like, I think he's going to screw over Braun, and he's going to mess up the vision. I think it's going to be LA Knight.
Did you see
going to mess
Seth
them
Rollins
up so he can have a big
Austin Theory at WrestleMania? Because I mean, he's got to have an issue with him walking around, not only trying to take over his group, but also stealing his move.
I think we might have Seth Rollins, Austin Theory, and Austin Theory and LA Knight versus the vision of Logan Paul, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed.
Where would you put that at? Would you put that at Mania?
I would think that no, because I think at Mania we're going to have Braun Breaker going over. Braun Breaker is going to be World Heavyweight Champion. He's winning he's going to dominate in the Elimination Chamber. That's what I think.
Okay. All right, that's a bold one. All right.
I think he's going to dominate the Elimination Chamber, run through CM Punk. And I'm a Punk fan as well, but we always talked about this earlier. Wrestlers being bitter and not putting people over, and they're probably Bret Hart bitter because they didn't get to put anybody over. They didn't really get to go out on their own terms. This time around, right now, CM Punk gets to go out on his own terms. He's healthy. He's in a good place. WWE is not a place where he's unhappy at. The only way I feel like he can truly give back in this title run to mean anything is if it's lengthy, which is being lengthy. He's having good defenses, but he loses to someone that is young. He is
having good defenses, and he is on Raw. He really carries himself as the man on the show, and as the actual and that's been a problem with babyface champs, even Cody sometimes, where it's like he looks like oh, that's the standard, that's the man to go after, and he he carries himself as such. And I don't know why there's been an issue with babyface champs as of recently. Sometimes heel champs too. Sometimes it's like a secondary guy who just happens to have the belt for the moment.
Especially that title.
Yeah, especially that title. No disrespect, Damian Priest when he had it.
Yeah, not at all. Damien wasn't.
Damien, just I
feel like
time.
Damien is better now. Yeah. Damien's better now. And this is not to say that Shaw's right, but if he won something now, it would feel more like it's okay.
That, and even if he would, as far as him being better, I just feel like it was the wrong time. Punk and Seth had a big thing with each other, and Drew. It was too many. It was too many things going on, and then for a shock moment, it was cashing the money in the bank. But I don't feel like it was a real plan. It was we want that cool moment to ruin for Drew, but there was no, build up at the time or anything. It just, and there was other players involved. And so it was just kind of you holding this, but the real thing going on is Drew McIntyre and CM Punk.
But Drew, I feel like Drew is always slated to where he's not the guy that anybody's looking at. Look at him right now.
Yeah.
Look at him
right
now.
And that might be why he's out there attacking Cody and Jacob. It's kind of, look at me. Mm-hmm. It's but you got the belt now. You don't have to say, look at me.
People want to see Jacob and Cody more than they want to see Drew McIntyre, and he's the WWE champion.
Yeah.
When he was the WWE champion before,
he was the
babyface.
I know, just in case he's watching the podcast, I want to message, man, stay away those Chumba Casino commercials. They're gonna get sued one day, and you don't want to get yourself tied into that, man. Get out of those commercials. People are gonna sue because they're gonna feel like they were entitled to win money, because those commercials make it feel like they're gonna be millionaires, and they're not, and people are gonna lose their retirement money. A bunch of old people are going to be blowing money that should have been for their grandchildren on Chumba Casino, and then they're going to sue. So get away from that stuff.
Hey, they're paying him good money. He's all right. He's fine. It's an endorsement deal. The WWE is now allowing people to do endorsement deals. Look at LA Knight and Car Shield. Him and
he was in there with Ric Flair.
Car Shield commercials.
I thought that was so random.
I was like, what? Why is LA Knight and Ric Flair in a Car Shield? Rise Ric Flair, the spokesperson for Car Shield. Jesus Christ.
He is taking whoever has got a check, he is willing to sign.
And look, Rick got all them ex-wives. Rick is still trying to live his best life. Rick is Ricking, okay? Rick is a verb now. But so you feel that Seth Rollins, that's who you got. You feel he's going to make a...
And it's more of I think that's an exciting thing I want. Yeah, like I think it's more of I want. I don't, the Rumble itself hasn't been even like promoted enough to like usually, which, what became very annoying in the past where you felt like there was a clear winner. Like there was a storyline for a few guys, and right now it just seems like it's just an event that's on Saturday, and it's anybody's game. And that I do like the fact of the feeling that it is anybody's game. I do like that. I didn't like where it was like it was geared toward a certain guy to win it. Like I mean I know storyline it sounds right, but it just takes the fun out the Royal Rumble where it's like, man, Javon Evans can win this. I'm like, all right, let's watch it. Anybody can win this. I like that. I like.
I can say this. I get that. I mean, last year was living proof anybody can win it.
True, very true.
Because as we stated earlier, nobody in that arena thought Jey Uso was going to.
No, actually, I remember being upset. I was like, damn, Cena don't need to win this. I remember being very mad, like as if he already had won. Like I was talking with my brother. I was like, man, why is John Cena winning the Rumble? Like I was so mad.
I can tell you that a neighbor, not my personal neighbor, but a seat neighbor. This man was in tears when Cena didn't win. Right, like his girlfriend was embarrassed because he was in tears, but bawling. And this was
he should feel that embarrassment. He should be like,
this was a grown man, but he was very vocal. Like the whole section knew he was there for wrestling because he was jumping. I'm like, bro, we up kind of high. You dead if you fall. I don't care. But you dead if you fall. But he was jumping, he was screaming, he was running up and down the aisles. He could no older than 30. He was a younger dude, but he was there with his girlfriend.
A kid for that C Nation era.
For that C Nation era. He was one of the people during the season. So when when AJ and Cena, that was his guys.
So I was sitting next to a 40-year-old Laps fan who kept telling me, who every 10 minutes he felt the need to let me know that he worked out or he seen The Rock at the gym 20 years ago, and he was like if he sees me tonight, he'll remember me, and it's like, all right, I got you, bro. But I don't think he's watched much since Attitude Era, so I was confused on why he bought tickets, but he didn't know anybody in the Rumble because he kept on like, who's this guy? He didn't know anybody, but that was the guy I was sitting next to.
There were some people around. There were some people around me like that as well. They were like, who's that girl? Oh, that's that Jack girl. I seen her. They were talking about Jordan Grace, but they didn't watch TNA. They didn't know who she was.
Which I love that moment between Jordan and Naomi last year, where
when they were in the ring, gave each other a hug,
and Bianca was mad,
and then she was getting motorboated by and then she started laughing in the middle of the Rumble because she was all between Trinity's breast. She had nothing to do but laugh. Yeah. I mean, that was a viral moment in itself. They were like, why were you laughing? She was like, I was motorboating her breast. It was funny. It was like, I guess. But that's my Rumble pick right there. I feel like she's had nothing since she ain't wrestled since WrestleMania,
Bianca? Man, she's been out. Talk about vacation, man. She's been enjoying herself.
She only had that one little, when she was special guest referee in Evolution, when Jade and Naomi wrestled each other. That was it. It was the only time. Yeah. Then after that, we haven't seen her in WWE television since then.
She still got the six-pack?
I feel like she's due. I don't know. I guess she got abs. I'm pretty sure she ain't going to be on TV on Saturday without abs.
Oh, but she's got the jumpsuit.
I don't think so. She ain't going to be on TV without abs.
She's going to have the Power Ranger suit on.
That's true.
Yeah. That's true. I'm just saying. But if I'm at home and I'm in like a good, I don't know, it's what, 6 months or so? Like if I'm no longer than 6 months. This is
longer than 6. She ain't wrestled since April.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I would have been at home. A lot of donuts, man. I would have been Krispy Kreming.
Well, I mean, no. I mean, you got your husband right there looking jacked all the time.
Yeah, I guess so. I just home looking with jacked. No schedule is a lot of lazy days, man. That's all I'm saying.
She still got to do photo shoots. She's still a Maybelline spokesperson.
Oh, is she? I think I knew that and forgot. Okay, that's what's up.
She was on the what that 106 and 106 and something. They ain't 106 Park anymore. Is it
106
still
in
on?
sports or now 106 in sport
Yeah,
or something.
something like it. Yeah,
They made that title
she
at
was
the
on there.
very last minute.
We already own the 106 name. Let's just put something at the back of it instead of Park.
Yeah,
I guess. Very simple. So I don't think she's out of shape. Because even if she does show up, which she will have to be in the bodysuit, the next time you'll see her, she's gonna have to be half naked because she's gonna be back in America.
Yeah, she's got more discipline than me. If it was me, there would be a belly. I'm eating good. I got money. I'm having a good time.
Well, you sir, are an artist yourself. You're gonna have to take your shirt off this summer when you're performing on stage.
And what you see is what you get.
Need to get that discipline. I want to see, sir. You know where the Y is because I know you know where the Y is.
Yeah, I know where the Y is.
You need to show where we need for you. When I see you this summer and I go to a show and you performing, I want to see abs. Cause I want to see abs. I'm gonna hit you in the stomach. You got two choices. I'm gonna just hit you with a stunner right there. Just kick you in the stomach and give you a stunner if I don't see no abs.
We got a few months till summer. We'll see. We'll see what happens, man.
You got it. You got it, brother. You got it, brother. You are a tall, lanky dude. You can get some abs, man. It ain't that hard. It ain't that hard. You can be like Bianca Belair. You are going to look like, you can at least look like Javon Evans. Come on now.
Yeah. That's a fair go.
There you go. So Javon Evans, 2026, Peter Wesley. That's what we shooting for. I want the before and after. I want you to just have nothing, no shirt on, just your Shawn Michaels shorts. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Nick Nemeth, man.
There you go. Hey, we might see him. I don't think we will, but we could see him in the Rumble. I don't think.
I like his attitude, man. You got Matt Cardona, who was like made it very open that he was desperate to get back to WWE, and then you got a Nick Nemeth that's like whatever. And
he's making money regardless.
For the John Cena tournament, one guy begged to be there, and one guy just happened to be free that Monday.
I think Cena knew. I think Cena wanted him back. And I mean Matt Cardona.
Well,
I think he knows that Nick is happy.
Yeah, but Matt and John Cena's actual, friends.
Yeah.
Chelsea Green said they often go out to dinner with each other, which I knew they were cool, especially back from the show and all that stuff. But I didn't know they were that cool. And then I think Matt Cardona had John Cena's dad at one of his indie shows once.
Yeah.
He trolled everybody, said he had John Cena. So I knew they were
John
cool,
Cena Senior.
But I didn't know they were that cool. I just didn't know.
They're friends, and I think I think when I think he requested two people that he really wanted that he could get. Obviously, couldn't get Edge.
Right.
And
he shouted him out in that promo.
And Tony, he shouted him out with the promo. And Tony said Edge could come.
I didn't know him and Nick was cool, though. I guess because maybe, because they dated the same girl. So I was like, I don't know. How close are they really?
I mean, I think he's probably still cool with Nick Aldis. And they dated the same girl, too.
Yeah, but you're right. Yeah. But I was trying to make an excuse for that, but no, you're right. And I
think in Cena's, the way Cena has talked about every woman except his wife, I don't mean his first wife, I mean his second wife, his current wife. Vagina is just that. It's just vagina. It's just for fun. Just something to bang. But my bros are my bros.
From remembering his Howard Stern interview, yeah, I can see you probably on point with that one. Yeah.
I think that's how he thought. He's like, yeah, I was with Nikki forever. She was just a phase. Just in her and out of her. That was it. But the wife I have now, she can see me. Some
and she respects his high quality countertops.
They go out to eat every night. She doesn't try to cook. And that's okay. John Cena has his personal chefs cook. He has his Icon Meals, his little meal prep company. He's ready.
Oh, he has a meal prep company?
I don't think so. No, he doesn't. I'm just joking.
Oh, I was like, wow.
He could. John Cena, if you get a meal prep company, do it. But also, give me some money because you're rich, brother. I'm here. I'm struggling. I got 2 kids. I know you ain't got no kids because you can't see kids.
He made a decision.
Unless they make a wish.
To the no kids. He made a business decision that there would be no hair thrown.
The real question is, how many abortions did John Cena pay for?
I think the answer to that question is the same one about when he did the interview and they asked him about steroids, and he's like, "No, but if I ever did,
I didn't do it.
But if I did, you never know.
If I ever did, it would be justified. You would never know. You never know." So, as a man I know who tried to become a professional bodybuilder, I would say that he was on some gear. And it's okay. It's okay. But I do have a question, and this is: we went to the Rumble last year. Yeah. And obviously the excitement isn't going to be the excitement isn't going to be the same because we're not going for a trip to go to the Royal Rumble.
And it's not going to be on at night.
It's not going to be on at night. It's going to be something that I'm up anyway. I get up at 4. I'll be up. I can be on the treadmill watching Royal Rumble. It doesn't matter.
We're going to watch it in my basement. So on my projector. So downstairs, it looks like it's nighttime all the time.
Yeah, because you're in the basement. You're in the dark. I'm surprised your trophy room isn't in the basement, brother.
No, it is. So like my basement, it has like a room.
Oh, it is?
Inside. Okay. Yeah. So
you have like a side room. So this is the man cave is off to the side, and then you walk into the main corridor, and that's where the projector is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So WrestleMania is at your house, and you can invite the whole group chat. We got you. We'll be there. I'm joshing, brother.
I'm sure Shahid would invite people to a WrestleMania party at my house because he's done that to someone else in the group chat.
DS. Mm-hmm. Shout out to DS. I'm sorry he did that to you. Yeah. I didn't even make it, but I heard it was okay. It sounds cool. Like everybody had fun.
Cool. Yeah. It was cool. I just thought it was wild that he set up an event and said it at somebody else's house. And I don't even know if he asked them first. I feel like he set it up and then asked them later, but whatever.
He said he asked him first. He said he asked him first, but I don't know. Okay. I don't know. He said because he called me and asked me, he thought it was going to be me. I was like, in my apartment, no. And if anybody's allergic to cats, I'm sorry, you might die. Because there's like 4 cats in the house right now. They're ready. They if you're allergic, they don't care. It's like, hey, if you're gonna die, you're gonna die, but you're gonna die here because we're gonna lay on top of you and lick you as you die.
I heard after a cat's owner dies, they eat them.
They do. They gonna always be with them forever, at least until the next time they go to the litter box.
I don't know how I feel about that. They say a dog will do it too, but it's after after they ran out of food and
ran out of food, they gonna eat you.
When they ran out of options, they will. But they don't. They got a little bit more respect and honor to not eat you until there's no other option.
Ned is not your first choice, but he is a choice nonetheless, and that's just how that is. Yeah. If you get eaten by a cat, you already dead. Who cares? At least it's gonna be the cat or a worm. Somebody gonna eat you. At least feed somebody you know. I mean, Jesus.
Good. I mean, I guess I just don't like to know that they do it so quick.
Hey, they ain't gonna eat you while you're alive. They ain't gonna be like, he still got a heartbeat. Screw it. Let me get this eyeball real quick. Nothing like that.
Yes, I guess they know you're not alive. So I guess they said it. Maybe they pay their respects very quickly.
Cats also help you cross over. They know when you're about to die, so they stay there with you until you die.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm. They can tell when your heartbeat gets to those final beats, those last few months, and they're like, oh, that motherfucker better. Let me make sure they cross over easily with the purrs of my death purrs.
You know what? There you go. I think I have heard something like that because I heard that's I guess one of the reasons why they bring cats to like nursing homes and stuff.
Yeah. Because they go, oh, he's hanging out in Midget's room. Mildred's about to die.
Mm-hmm.
Sad thing. Speaking of death, I heard the Undertaker's already made it to Saudi Arabia. He might be a special.
God.
He might be an entrant. He's winning the Rumble.
He's got like a lifetime deal with WWE. He has to show up and make these appearances and do his podcast that nobody wants to hear anymore. And by now he's had to run out of stories. I think he's told them all.
Got no stories. Michelle's going to be in the Rumble. I bet you she's going to be in the women's Rumble.
Yeah, she'll be in there. I'm assuming AJ
be in there,
can
jump
be in
over
there.
The barricade.
I'm assuming AJ will be in there.
Yeah, I think AJ's going to be the one to foil Becky.
AJ and Becky. I will say that AJ Lee and Becky Lynch at WrestleMania could be a banger. I could say that.
I think it's going to happen. Obviously, it being a banger. I don't know.
You don't think so?
I'm not a fan of Becky's.
Becky she got a good match out of Maxine. She can get a good match out of Yeah,
I give that all to Natty. Natty probably put that match together.
You think so? I'm not like Becky's number one fan, but I like Becky. I think I will say I don't think she's been the same post, the man era, like after having the kid and stuff. But I ain't never carried a kid around, so I can't, I'm not gonna judge nobody like you're not as good as you used to be. Like I'm not. But I think she's put out some great matches since then. But she just ain't she ain't look, in the ring you can tell the difference. But they say that that's like a thing with athletes. Like they say, like with tennis players, like after having a kid, like they never, play as good as anymore. I don't know how true it is. I don't watch tennis, so I don't know.
I don't watch tennis, but I do watch wrestling.
But they said it because they were slandering Naomi. Somebody
Venus?
was. No. The girl, the black Asian girl.
Shoot, I know you're talking about. Forget her name.
Yeah. Somebody was slandering her because she has been like horrible. Let me stop. She has been.
I mean, that happens.
Subpar, post kid, and before then she was just taking down everybody.
I mean, that could happen, but in wrestling, I don't think it's the same. Look at Trish Stratus.
Trish
Stratus has had a kid, and she's an old woman.
But Becky's body ain't been like she ain't been as lean. She, you know what I'm saying? She ain't.
Becky has been pretty. I feel like Becky has been pretty lean since she moved to Florida and started working with that same trainer that got everybody lean. Like she's not Charlotte lean. Like Charlotte lean is a different type of lean. But we also have to look
how like the man Becky like doing before then. I thought she looked bigger than when she returned.
I don't think she wants to be.
It's probably true. That probably is true.
Yeah, let's look at who we going who am I thinking about? Let's look at Alexa Bliss. Like look how lean she got. I know much to Shahid's chagrin, she's lost her booty, but she's lean. Like she's super lean.
I don't even think I paid any attention. I had to think about it. I don't pay any attention to Alexa Bliss.
I know you are anti-Bliss man. I think she's going to be near the end though. I think she's going to be one of the standouts in the Rumble. I think she's going to be one of the standouts. I did enjoy
her in the Rumble in Indianapolis. I will say that. I liked her in there. She was pretty cool.
I love that. I can say I got goosebumps when she came out. Just the as much as the love that she got from the people.
Yeah, they loved
her pop was good. She had the biggest pop I feel of the night. Like her pop was bigger than the surprises. Well, she was one of the surprises, but she was bigger than the other two surprises, which were like Nikki. Her pop was bigger than Nikki Bella's. It was bigger than Trish. Trish is a bigger icon than Alexa.
You think Trish Alexa had a Power Ranger suit?
I can see it. She wants to rock and roll. She wants to come back to that Nicki Minaj thing. No, she has Little Kim. Nicki Minaj was Victoria. Nicki Minaj was Victoria. She wasn't the lady to mess with. But I can see Trish doing it. But Trish, I truly feel this is just going to be similar to what we got last year. Maybe one or two legends, but mostly the surprises are going to be NXT call-ups.
There we go. Royal Rumble is Saturday. We've given our predictions. Let's see how things go. We are excited to see how it all plays out. I'm excited to eat my Saturday morning breakfast, and I'll be done. Yeah, I'll eat some chicken and waffles.
Pre-show.
Best of both worlds.
I don't know what I'm going to eat. It might whatever it's going to be, whatever my kid wants, just so he can watch wrestling because he'll be pissed that it's on for that long. And then there's going to be like
can't get my kid to watch it, so we'll see.
He'll be in there, or he'll be playing the game. One of the two. He can go into the other room and watch the other television. One of the other two TVs that's in the house if he chooses to.
I'll see if I can.
Definitely on the big TV.
I'll see if I can convince my kid to watch it. But I feel like there's on the other end of the deal, I probably have to sit and watch Blue Lock with her, and I don't want to.
Well, I think you guys can come up to a good compromise, and y'all can watch Kaiju number 8.
Oh, I've been meaning to watch that. I'm glad you said that. Yeah. Okay.
And there you go.
I'll make that proposition.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I enjoy Kaiju number 8. It's pretty good. It has some quirky moments, but it also has some good action moments.
Yeah, I'm recommending, because I think she wants to watch that too. So I just forgot about it. So yeah, we'll do.
There you go. Kaiju number 8 for the win.
So guys,
you can watch the anime where
what?
You can watch the old New Japan anime. Kenny Omega.
Do you recommend it?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. Okay. My son watched it, and he doesn't like wrestling. He watched it. He thought the animation was good and the premise was good.
Cool. I might have to check it out then. Well,
you should.
It is Thursday night. I was gonna say 2 nights away. We're not. We're like I don't know what we are. We're 2 days away from them. Yeah.
We some
I don't know. But yeah, that was the predictions. I'm excited. Here we are.
And anybody in the comments, tell me who you think. Tell us who you think is gonna win. Who do you feel is gonna be the man, the myth, the legend? Who's going to get their shot for WrestleMania?
Shy,
I know there's
you
gonna be some
were
stupid
kicked
shit.
out of the video, so you can put your predictions in the comments section.
Other than shit, he said Damian Priest, but he feels it's gonna be exciting, so I'm not mad at it. We did get that horrible Jey Uso win.
I loved it.
But yeah.
But
it was surprising. Wasn't my pick was Punk last year.
Oh, it was mine too. Yeah. He was my pick. I had a CM Punk chalk-line jacket on. I was there rooting for him, and didn't happen.
Yeah. Well, Punk didn't win for either one of us, but I got Roman Reigns. So the ones up, Roman Reigns and Bianca all the way.
They got a giant finger prop for Roman, so he is gonna get a special entrance.
I saw that.
Yeah.
It's gonna. I mean, Roman better be what is he, number 30 or number 1? Something he could be to get a special entrance.
Yeah, special entrance. I put him in like 25 or so.
Remember, 27 is the lucky number for Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I skipped 27, but I put him in. I put him in
Braun Breaker.
Maybe 22. Give him a good length. If he is the guy to win it, 25. He ain't got to be in it super long. And then the final two is going.
Where do you put Lesnar? Where do you put Brock? Roman is going to eliminate Brock if he's in there.
I would put.
Well, they're both going to be in there.
I put him towards a little bit after the middle, so I would put him in there like anywhere between 16 and 20.
I can see that.
That's enough space to him to have the monster entrance and eliminate some people.
Yeah.
Settle down for a minute, and then whenever Roman comes in and have a moment with each other, it gives them enough time to do all of that.
Gunther is going to eliminate Brock Lesnar.
If what we thinking about with AJ about him going around and not actually retiring, I could see him quickly beating AJ and then going on with his sights on his next thing. I could see that.
He's in the Rumble. He said he's in the Rumble because he didn't want to do double duty. That was the thing. So Gunther's in the Rumble.
I didn't know that. I didn't know if that was official. Okay. All right. Well.
So we're gonna have Gunther. I feel like Gunther's finally going to get his run in with Brock Lesnar that he was promised last year.
Well, I'm sure they wanted to do it, but they were forced not to.
So I think we're going to get, sometimes wanting to see somebody urinate isn't good for you. It's not best for business.
I think it's okay, usually in most cases with consenting adults, as long as it's not a predatory work-related issue.
A Vincey party. It's not a Diddy party. It's a Vincey party.
Yeah. Once you are, manipulating your employees to do things, that's when we get into the gray area of you can't do this or you shouldn't do this. But normally, you meet a consenting party. For the most part, everybody's down with it. Do what you want. I don't want to judge, but I don't want to partake. So have fun.
Yeah. If you're into poo and you're into pee, that's good for you, but not for me.
Not for me either. Not for me. I don't want to.
But God damn it, get it done. As Vince McMahon would say.
But
that's good shit. And he meant that literally.
Yeah, I guess so. With that note, let's go ahead and send the. Let's take it home.
Let's finish this up. Yeah, Royal Rumble, 2026. It's going to be an epic thing. That's all I have to say. Hey, you take it away. You close us off.
Royal Rumble is this Saturday. We only got a few days, so hang in there. I know the anticipation, it can put you into submission. And if that does happen, you always know there's a rope to grab. Let's rope break.
Yes, sir. Peace, people.
Peace. Have a good one.